1, 2, 1, 2. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening it is Northern Territory's Road Safety Round this week, and it's to create awareness for Road Safety Week, which was the 15th to the 22nd of May. National Road Safety Week is an annual initiative from the Safer Australian Roads and Highways Group, partnering road safety organisations and local government. The week highlights the impact of road trauma and the ways to reduce it. Every year, approximately 1,200 people are killed and another 44,000 are seriously injured on Australian roads. It's important to create awareness for safer driving in the Territory and around Australia. And joining both men's Premier League sides tonight, Hector, the road safety mascot, who will also do the coin toss this evening. But for the moment, I'll hand over to Hellenic Athletic Club captain and CASUARINA captains, Alexander Turner and Gordon Pereira, to read out the road safety pledge before kick-off.
I pledge to drive as if my loved ones are on the road ahead.
I will remove all distractions, never use my mobile phone while driving.
I will not put other people at risk by speeding, driving while tired, or under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
I'll protect all vulnerable road users, especially those whose jobs place them in harm's way, by slowing down and giving them the space they need to be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Men's Premier League action. It's round 6, the final game of the round between the home side this evening, CASUARINA Football Club, and they'll be taking on Hellenic Athletic Club in what proves to be an absolute fiery contest between two traditional rivals and two teams that are separated by mere points on the table. Hellenic Athletic Club on 12 points at the summit of the Men's Premier League, and CASUARINA Football Club in second on 9 points. There we are, Hector, the road safety mascot, doing the coin toss in pre-match proceedings. And Hellenic Athletic Club captain Alexander Turner and CASUARINA Football Club captain Gordon Pereira taking part in pre-match duties. And Hellenic Athletic Club head into this game with a near-perfect record this season. They are undefeated in the league. And of course, their only blip came in the Australia Cup, where Mindelaces Football Club were triumphant. And for the Rowdies, they are a side that has also proved very difficult to beat and topple. They have also the only side to remain undefeated in the league. They have the 3 wins and a draw in the Men's Premier League, and they, of course, are in the semi-final round against Verdi FC in the Australia Cup. It'll be Hellenic in their traditional blue and white strip. They'll be getting us kicked off, and they are on left to right on your screens, and CASUARINA Football Club in their traditional black and white, this time checkered, going right to left. And over the way we go. That's Keelan Scott. He goes to Ajeke. Alexander Turner, the captain, hurling them forward. And there's a multitude of players there for CASUARINA to deal with this one comfortably. In goals this evening is Rolly Adi Sijaya. He is deputising ahead of Dion Newell, who is on the team sheet, on the bench. I wonder if that's a management of Dion Newell. Of course, he has played every game in goals, bar the match he was forced off due to injury. And of course, then Braden McLennan completed that remainder of the 90 minutes. Cross in early here for the Rowdies. An opportunity here, Raul Jacob. He's on the ball, opting to go back, and it's dispossessed. He got robbed, was Jacob Andrade. Now Hellenic, Prifty. Terry Fannin, though, there is as strong and resolute for the Rowdies, sending them forward, and a ball that'll roll harmlessly out for Kane McAdam. Of course, he is the custodian for Hellenic Athletic Club. A shot stopper, rarely beaten on his best days, is Kane McAdam. And he is in the all-green goalkeeper strip. Look to keep a clean sheet this evening. Turner comes across to Ojeke. Ojeke to Jesse Pinto. Pinto wide, finds Keelan Scott. Paraskos Coombe, a welcomed inclusion into the starting 11, adds the pace and prowess. Now it's Mashamango. Here comes wide for Prifty, another player, Mashamango, who makes his way into the starting lineup. Prifty now, a couple touches, and on his unfavoured side has a shot which goalkeeper Adisa Jaya can just gather harmlessly. Fannin forward, that's Andrade. He comes wide to Edwards. Andrade goes to Raul Jacob, and he can get away from his opposing man here. Raul Jacob continuing his run in the centre. Jacob playing a ball out to the pacey Mark Casemiro, but as much pace as Marky possesses, he was not going to get to that ball. Played slightly wayward. And now Keelan Scott goes to Jesse Pinto. Pinto puts the ball out in front of Scott, and Scott tries to dink it over for Paraskos Coombe. And now Vong comes out for Gordon Pereira. Further wide, Raul Jacob, look at his electrifying pace. He'll get to the end of this one. Play across into the box. In there is Gordon Pereira, the captain for the Rowdies. Got some contact onto that one, just not the designated power or direction to force McAdam into a save, but it was a good cross there from Raul Jacob, and Gordon Pereira just couldn't quite direct that header towards goal. Turner for Hellenic, coming out with the ball, plays it across to Ojeke. Ojeke back across to Alexander Turner. Turner trying to dink one over for Prifty, but Edwards will get there and play that ball out into touch. Opening 3 or 4 minutes or so have been fairly stagnant in the center of the park. Not a goal-bound opportunity yet as such. Thrown in forward. Bell heads on. Prifty. Tackled immediately by Fannin. And that'll come back to Adisa Jaya. Now McLennan to Pereira. Comes back for Quinlan Tran. Jesse Pinto gets there ahead of Dylan Vong. Now Pinto turns in and out of danger. Plays it back for Scott, and he's tackled immediately by Mark Casemiro. Hellenic throw. Scott goes down the wing. Paraskos Coombe is there, and so is McLennan. And McLennan shepherds and marshals that ball out into touch. Pinto throws. Now it's Simon Bell. Tackled, but it will come out to Samson Mashamango. Now it's Gordon Pereira to Robert Kilmartin, another man who is a much-needed inclusion this side. And now Mark Casemiro is that pace that we've been talking about. Keelan Scott's there, defensive awareness. And now Pinto takes it away from Gordon Pereira. Still Jesse Pinto, just doing enough to create the allure of a foul, and Hellenic will get us underway. Paraskos Coombe coming inside and going cross field. Prifty and Edwards will race for this. Edwards gets there and puts it out into touch. A throw in for the Blues. Fitzmaurice throws it to Carpathios. A metronome in midfield is Carpathios. Look at that. Beautifully played ball across for Keelan Scott. He takes it down. Paraskos Coombe. Back for Jesse Pinto. Further back for Keelan Scott. Now it's George Carpathios. Alexander Turner. A few touches out of defence and he's proceeding forward. The centre half finds Prifty in some space and turns. It's got Fitzmaurice on the overlapping run. Paraskos Coombe with the back post. In comes the cross and Terry Fannin bringing that ball to an abrupt end. But now Prifty thrown in quickly by Fitzmaurice. It's Andre Prifty back to Alex Fitzmaurice. Looking to get in there, but Vong should match up for the Rowdies and release Robert Kilmartin out wide. He's got a Jackie for company. It's Robert Kilmartin. Plays it back for Pereira. Nice dinked ball for Mark Casemiro. Takes it down ahead of Scott and needed to be very, very good there and was. Clearance there from the number 14. Casuarina, the other 14. Tran throws it in. Casemiro tackled immediately. Samson Mashamango, Gordon Pereira. The Jackie for the Blues, centre half, back in defence. To get this one down the line and McLennan heads forward. That's Quinlan Tran. Further across for Fannin. And composed and calm as you like, Terry Fannin on the ball. That's Vong. McLennan, also a very cool customer on the ball. Across to his centre half partner. Fannin trying to ping a ball through here. And unfortunately, as rapid as Raul Jacob couldn't quite get onto that one. Alexander Turner now for the Blues. Tega Ajeke. Nice forward ball for Paraskos Coombe, looking for the sweet dink for Mashamango. McLennan's there, beautifully diffuses that attack, and now Quinlan Tran for McLennan. Of course, this game early should be very level, both sides feeling each other out in regards to how each other are lining up and playing this evening. But nonetheless, this game is very full of skill and quality, and goals can almost come from any position. Headed forward by Vong. Pereira challenging with Mashamango, so does Kilmartin. Gordon Pereira's still there. Ajeke clears eventually. It'll bounce in front of Andrade. Heads it back for Fannin. And Fannin, some skillful work to bring it away from Bell. Eventually his own undoing. And now Paraskos Coombe can try and get on the accelerator here, but goalkeeper Adi Sajaya just gets to that one and rolls that forward. And now Braden McLennan can come out of his half with possession and play it across here. And that'll roll harmlessly through for Kane McAdam, who takes it with his feet and crosses field to go to his skipper, Alexander Turner. Prifty being turned backfield. Prifty. Alexander Turner. Nice long ball switch, looking for Paraskos Coombe. Tran will get the initial header to it, but Coombe will clean up the scraps and look to play through a teammate or go himself. Mark Casemiro's come back, provided a good tackle. Vong and Mashamango, good challenge. All ball, says the referee. And now Raul Jacob plays it back for Gordon Pereira. Andre Prifty doing good defensive work, allowing himself to get involved into the challenge. Pereira rides it and comes out with it, and Hellenic retain possession. Jesse Pinto. Now it's Paraskos Coombe looking for an overlapping run. He's found one with Mashamango. Andrade has got the pace to keep up with the central midfielder and play it out there. Possession remains with the Blues via the form of this throw. Scott goes in. Now it's Bell looking to go over his head and harmlessly out for a goal kick that time. Just past the 10th minute mark here on the North Crest scoreboard. Round 6 action of the Men's Premier League, and no goals as of yet, just to show for it. And of course, we can thank our principal partners, McDonald's and the Northern Territory Government, for supporting football for all across the NT. And Ward Keller, they are your Territory law firm. You can reach them on 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. Adi Sijaya clears it forward. Nice headed on by Vong. Kilmartin, and now Pereira looks to find Raul Jacob in acres of space, and he can take the ball down and attack Fitzmaurice. It's Raul Jacob coming inside. On the pace as well, Raul Jacob. Dispossessed, and now Hellenic can create something here. Simon Bell comes early to receive, and he'll run back to receive this as well. Carpathios is there. Now it's Pinto. Plays it on for Paraskos Coombe. He's alert to this one. And he'll look to just play it back to his team, allow them to reset. Ajeke coming forward for the Blues, trying to find a dinked ball. Slid in was McLennan, and he had to. Prifty was there to receive the ball if that one had made its way through. Scott throws now down the line. Paraskos Coombe, nice touch over his defender, and now the Blues surrender possession. It's a Casuarina throw. McLennan clears forward, looking for Robert Kilmartin. His sloppy touch just skims off the Casuarina forward and out into touch. Jeke throws it in for Jesse Pinto. Goes wider to his skipper. Turner. Now Fitzmaurice. Back to Alexander Turner. Mashamango. Now the Blues can get forward again. Simon Bell comes back to receive. Alexander Turner. Mashamango. Ajeke. Now Jesse Pinto. Back to Ajeke, and he can come across the field here. Instead, it's back to his custodian, and now Alexander Turner can get the attack going. It's Alex Turner. He comes down the line. And Fitzmaurice can do the first-time cross, looking for customers, but no one's there to receive. And Raul Jacob to Vong. Vong wide to Raul Jacob. Return to sender. Vong's on the ball again, looks for a wide pass. Mark Casimiro's there. Keelan Scott gets there ahead of the Rowdies attacker. Now it's Quinlan Tran. Andrade. Now Mark Casimiro can get past a few here. That's a good tackle there from Keelan Scott. Not to allow the ball to get past him. Mark Casimiro. And possession retained with the Blues. The ball had gone out of field. Now Mashamango. To Alexander Turner. Andre Prifty. Back to Carpathios. Tega Ajeke. Further across for Alexander Turner. Alex Fitzmaurice. Pinto surrenders the ball. Vong. Gordon Pereira for Casuarina. Now it's Robert Kilmartin. Playing a ball through, looking for Raul Jacob. He's got the pace here. Takes it past the goalkeeper. Nothing doing, says the referee. They'll have to settle for a corner. It was a fantastic ball by Robert Kilmartin, inviting Raul Jacob forward, and see here, takes the touch away from the goalkeeper and given as a corner, not a penalty nonetheless. Not sure if there was any contact on the ball, but the referee doesn't say it was enough for a penalty. Nevertheless, it's Raul Jacob again on the ball. Short to Vong. Has the ball here and looks to go cross-field. Only finds Paraskos Coombe of Hellenic. Back for Scott, now Mashamango, but Andrade's there. Plays it through for Mark Casimiro. Gordon Pereira lifting a ball over for Robert Kilmartin. But it's only found Fitzmaurice, and Fitzmaurice can continue this Hellenic run. Nice reassessment of his pass. He goes to Simon Bell. Slides to ensure the passage continues. Paraskos Coombe, nicely weighted ball across for Andre Prifty. He can cut back inside here. He does so. Goes in for the cross. He's got Samson Mashamango in space. Comes back across for Paraskos Coombe, but Andre picks his pocket, and now the Rowdies can get forward. Wide ball for Raul Jacob. Robert Kilmartin. And it's silly given away. Carpathios. Coombe. Carpathios. And just a little too much pressure on Carpathios there by Kilmartin. Play has stayed to ground here for CASUARINA. I believe it's Raul Jacob. And the referee, duly noted, will pick this one up, and he'll come across to see if the player is okay. This was a replay on the foul on Carpathios, but seems to be Raul Jacob down in the center of the park. And CASUARINA trainer Haley James is out there just to inspect Raul Jacob. Let's see if he can continue. Of course, many thanks out to Northcrest. You can join their growing community. House and land display centre on Reuben Avenue, Berrima. It's been a very cagey and opening 70 minutes or so in this game. Perhaps Raul Jacob still feeling some of the impacts of that challenge made on him by the Hellenic goalkeeper, Kane McAdam. Just pulling up lame now, and so we'll see if he's okay to continue this game. He's a player that Coach Lee Addison would want back out there as soon as possible, pending his well-being and that he can continue. Drop ball. Kilmartin plays that back to the Blues. Of course, they had possession prior to referee Tim Lay bringing the game to a cease. Coming wide now, Andre Prifty. Back for Carpathios. Further back for Alexander Turner. Turner across to Ajeke. Ajeke now to Coombe. Coombe still with it, playing it to Pinto. And now it's Carpathios. Comes wide to Fitzmaurice. Joining this Hellenic attack, Carpathios. Prifty. There's an overlapping run here. Prifty goes for the shot himself, blocked by Fannin. And Coombe with the shot. And that's high and wide away into the night sky. Not quite on balance was Paraskos Coombe that occasion, and so nothing but a goal kick. Of course, cutting in on his left foot, Paraskos Coombe is very dangerous. Just not that occasion. An early let-off, nonetheless. Now McLennan. That's Quinlan Tran. Casemiro couldn't quite get to that ball. Keelan Scott, though, cleaning up for the Blues. Carpathios gives it away cheaply, but his teammates will recover possession for him. Ajeke. Coombe tackled in the midst of controlling the ball. Referee says we'll play on. Andre back to Fannin. Fannin to Vong. And Vong finds his captain, Gordon Pereira. Quickly dink ball over, looking for Robert Kilmartin. He tried to bring it down in his stride, but couldn't quite manage to do so. Alexander Turner shows a bit of it to Kilmartin and takes it away. Mashamango. Jesse Pinto. Coombe. Back to Alex Turner. Threading a ball through for Alex Fitzmaurice, and playing it first time across for Andre Prifty. Pushed over in the box. Referee says nothing doing. And now Robert Kilmartin, an opportunity here. Ajeke back towards goal and plays it to safety. Kane McAdam. Scott needs to be clever here. First time ball across to Mashamango, the right option. And Quinlan Tran getting there ahead of Mashamango and earns the foul, so it will be a CASUARINA free kick. Stayed down for a moment or two, Quinlan Tran. That challenge on him by Mashamango, just a little too heavy. Feeling the after effects of that immediately, unfortunately. He's back to his feet and onto the pitch. That's Quinlan Tran. A very reliable defender for the Rowdies outfit. McLennan, another one of those players, coming forward. Ajeke heads. Will fall quite fortuitously for Carpathios. Now it's Jesse Pinto. Forward ball. Looking for McLennan. It's found the CASUARINA defender. The disadvantage of Hellenic, but it's fallen out to Paraskos Coombe. He heads forward. Tran clears up in the air. And now it's Alexander Turner. Raul Jakob back out there and trying to get involved immediately. Andrade. Quick decision making there. And now Gordon Pereira can lift the ball over here. It's Alexander Turner, and Jakob has a shot. Still with CASUARINA, and Kane McAdam eventually clears his lines. Ends the attack that occasion for the Rowdies. Carpathios receives and comes around with the ball. Goes wide to Ajeke. Now Tega Ajeke still. Further across for Fitzmaurice. Chest set down and in his stride. It's Alex Fitzmaurice. Further wide now, it's Andre Prifty onside and threatening. Nice overlapping run from Fitzmaurice, but the flag is up and that extinguishes that Hellenic attack, courtesy of the offside flag. And CASUARINA will just come out of defense here with the ball. Terry Fannin, their defender, will get us underway momentarily. Up into the night sky he goes. Raul Jakob. Fitzmaurice wins the header. Down for Andre Prifty. Backed into it by Dean Edwards. Be a interesting contest, these two players all evening. Gordon Pereira almost stealing it off Carpathios, but Carpathios picks his pass and finds its way to Pinto, and Pinto tried to find Scott. Quinlan Tran's there and cleverly dinks the ball just over the Hellenic player, but couldn't quite get the ricochet off Scott, and said Scott will throw us back in. In goes the throw. Nice touch on by Simon Bell. It's Andre Prifty having the shot, and that's blocked by Dean Edwards. Almost attempt there for the opener. Almost out of nothing. Prifty takes it down. Nice skill to get past Fannin, and the shot blocked immediately by Edwards. We'll never know the trajectory or the outcome of that shot because Dean Edwards was there for his side and rescues them there. Would have certainly hurled in Adi Sajaya to a save if it had gone through the defender, but corner nonetheless. And it is Jesse Pinto. In comes Jesse Pinto, the delivery. Looking for Ajeke, it's headed at the near post by Paraskos Coombe. Carpathios tries to get it back out that direction. Nice running as well from Tran, but it ends up with Pinto. Pinto we force back, and now Robert Kilmartin can come away the ball here. The number 9 for CASUARINA can send a teammate forward, instead retreats and finds Andrade. And Andrade plays it wide to Robert Kilmartin. Now it's Gordon Pereira, touches away from Carpathios and has possession. Found Raul Jakob, and Raul Jakob immediately on his bike and out wide to receive a follow-up ball, but it didn't come. Now it's Jesse Pinto. And Pinto can launch the ball forward through. Here comes Paraskos Coombe. And Adi Sajaya, great goalkeeping know-how just to get out and ahead of the attacker. You can see on the replay, Paraskos Coombe was in acres by himself, and Adi Sajaya makes a great determination to come out and bring that ball to an end. Now it's Andrade. Goes to Raul Jacob. Fouled, but the referee waves play on. Advantage CASUARINA. Pereira with the ball through. Looking for Mark Casemiro, but not quite finding the CASUARINA speedster. Instead, just the opposition. Carpathios. That's Pinto. Tega Ejeke. Looking for Simon Bell, but Braden McLennan denies that avenue. And a foul on Mark Casemiro by Keelan Scott, so we are CASUARINA free kick. Played out wide now, quickly done. Quinlan Tran with the cross, looking for Raul Jacob at the back post, having a first-time shot. And gathered graciously by Kane McAdam. And play underway. Turner to Fitzmaurice. Now it's Andre Prifty. Prifty back for Carpathios. And he's had his pocket picked by Pereira. Andrade looking to thread through to Kilmartin, but not quite finding him. Instead, time and space for Hellenic to come out of defence. Alexander Turner. Now it's to Simon Bell. He can come away with the ball and play it off Shari Fannin in his advantage, so the Blues retain possession via this throw-in. Bell throws back to Fitzmaurice to take. He comes into play. Alex Fitzmaurice to Alex Turner. Ejeke. Comes now to Jesse Pinto, looking to thrust his team forward. Mark Casemiro back to do some defensive duties for his side. Heads it into touch. The Blues with a throw. Mashamango to Pinto. Nice cross in from Jesse Pinto. It'll get there to Andre Prifty, and the header almost. If had been there Simon Bell, it would have been an easy tuck-away goal. Great invention there from Prifty to turn a header into an almost assist. And now Edwards, though, for the Rowdies can get forward. His pass is slow, but as fast as Raul Jacob retrieves that. Now it's Vong. Trying to get away from Fitzmaurice, but can't quite do so. Sorry, Alexander Turner was the one that brought that under his expert possession. Prifty looking to get onto it. And Raul Jacob's fouled by Andre Prifty, so the Rowdies will have possession via this free kick. Edwards forward for Pereira. Pereira on to Robert Kilmartin. And Kilmartin trying to thread the needle for Pereira, but not working on that occasion. But the Rowdies remain in possession. Vong back out wide to Edwards. Edwards central for Pereira. A nice flick on here for Robert Kilmartin. Out wide here, and he's got Fitzmaurice with him. And Fitzmaurice keeps the ball in. Plays it short to Turner. Turner to Mashamango. Mashamango to Pinto. And it's still Jesse Pinto. Keelan Scott. Scott comes wide to Paraskos Coombe. And now it's Mashamango. Back for Carpathios. Jesse Pinto looks to release Prifty, but Edwards will be there for the Rowdies and comfortably bring that in his stride. Jacob, Andrade. Given away by Andrade. Pinto look to play through Paraskos Coombe, and good keeping there from Adi Sajaya just to get there ahead of the Hellenic winger and bring that in his possession. And he kicks us forward. straight on the feet of Raul Jakob. You could not get a better delivery from a goalkeeper. Fantastic work from Adi Sajaya. Rowdy's on possession. Pereira. Wide, looking for Casemiro, doesn't quite come off. Now the Blues can counter. Mashamango getting forward. Looking to thread through the big Simon Bell. And Bell's in on goal, having a shot. It's touched on and it's in. Off the line. Play on, says the referee. No goal. And play continues. I'm sure we might get a replay of that next time the ball goes out, although we are not quite seeing that. It looks like Fannon's the one who got it off the line, and so play on is waved, and as again Hellenic. And McLennan heads that, and it was offside, the ended up call. I wonder if we can get another look at that attempt by Hellenic. It almost found its way in. Very near attempt, almost finding its way into goal. Need to wind that one back and look at it. For viewers at home, it's almost an opportunity. Foul against the Blues will be Pereira to take this, and Pinto just allowing his team some precious seconds to get back. And Pereira immediately forward. The Blues will repel. Mashamango. And Casemiro's there. And it will be a Hellenic throw. Ajeke. Across for Alexander Turner. And now it's Jesse Pinto. Ajeke. Goes down the line and has Paraskos Kuhn. McLennan, bit of to and fro in the center of the park, and now Robert Kilmartin in against here. McAdam comes out to head that ball. Carpathios. Pinto. Puts the ball over, looking for a teammate there, not quite doing. The Rowdies can come out with possession here. Raul Jakob plays it to Vong. And now Dylan Vong back to Gordon Pereira, their captain. Leaves it for Jordan Andrade. Now it's Vong. Wide now to Mark Casemiro, who's onside and in space here. Casemiro strikes, saved. I believe, not sure if that was picked up quite there. It might have gotten a touch from McAdam on the way through. Not awares there. We'll have a look at this instant replay and see if McAdam got a right hand to that, or left hand. No, left that. A slight trajectory change as he shot. Might have deceived you there. Did not force a save from McAdam. It was a wide shot from Mark Casemiro that time, who ruined an opportunity like that. Often deadlier in front of goal, and I'm sure he will be if that opportunity presents itself once more. Turner forward. Pintos continue to run. And now cleared eventually by Andrade. Edwards hoofs it forward. Mark Casemiro's in space. He chests it down. Pressured by Scott. Mark Casemiro will come around with the ball. Ashamango tackle. Referee waves play on. Advantage Casuarina. Casemiro stayed down. Jakob will just let that ball go out there. Mark Casemiro looked to stay down with that challenge. See on the replay here, Mashamango coming in on Casemiro. And sportsman-like thing done there from the Blues. Of course, Raul Jakob played it out for his teammates' welfare, and the Blues just returning the possession back to the Rowdies. McLennan. Wide to Tran. Now it's Pereira. Comes into a strong challenge. Play on, says the referee. And a yellow card for Gordon Pereira, the captain there. Yellow card earned by the CASUARINA captain. Just past 35.5 minutes here on the North Crest scoreboard. And a goal line clearance for CASUARINA, the only shot on real danger, and that was by Hellenic. And an opportunity here. Paraskos Coombe has the pace to burn, and some confusion here for the CASUARINA defenders. And McLennan clears, and Fannin will play it forward. No corner. Pereira hoofs it forward. Turner again tackling with Kilmartin. Kilmartin releasing Raul Jacob, and he's got pace to burn here. Raul Jacob coming down this right-hand flank. It's still Raul Jacob cutting inside, back outside. It's Raul Jacob shoots, and Kane McAdam palms it out. Fortunately for McAdam, not into the path of Mark Casemiro, but his team can clear their lines. Paraskos Coombe turns away, turns back inside. Carpathios back for Ajeke. And Ajeke across to Alexander Turner. And Turner can come further across. He's got Pinto. And Vong puts it out into touch. Alexander Turner very reliable on the ball and often plays a pass of such grace. Scott with the cross in, and Nadish Sajaya comes in, gathers that one. Safe hands, throws out there. Robert Kilmartin, still with Robbie Kilmartin. Goes back to Andrade. And Andrade looking to find Raul Jacob, only finds Samson Mashamango. Carpathios retreats back to Ajeke, and now Pinto. Lovely lofted ball looking for Prifty, but Edwards heads. Coombe and Tran. Coombe wide to Mashamango. Mashamango to Paraskos. Coombe has a strike on the left, and that's narrowly over the bar. It's a strike with such venom on his left-hand side, and that nearly shot on target there. So dangerous and deadly on his left is Paraskos Coombe, just not that time. Scott up in the air, and that seems to be a foul against Hellenic for a challenge on Vong, I believe. Both players rising fairly. I'm not sure if that will be a foul or possibly a drop ball. Seems to be some blood in the eye of Vong. And that does not look enjoyable whatsoever on the near side. Hope they can get under control. McLennan forward for Gordon Pereira. Robert Kilmartin. Rowdy's a man down with Vong out. Quinlan Tran back for McLennan. Nice, delicious pass across for Edwards. And Edwards can return the favour with a deep ball into the box. Kilmartin's back stick, he plays it for Mark Casemiro. Casemiro has a shot, blocked by Ajeke. And Scott will allow McAdam just to come and collect that. And he throws long, looking for Mashamango. He'll get there on the end of the ball, the central midfielder. He comes back and looks for Alex Fitzmaurice, and now it's George Carpathios. Fitzmaurice. Alexander Turner. Ajeke. Strides forward the centre half, and that's a majestic ball looking for Prifty. Comes inside, and then on the outside, Edwards does well to deny the goal-scoring opportunity for Prifty. And Prifty gathers in a hurry and throws it in. Cleared out by Fannin for the moment. Blues on the throw. Just past the 40th minute mark here on the North Crest scoreboard. Still scores level. And that can change in the instant when a match is between these two sides. Mashamango. Keelan Scott. Time for the defender to play it forward. McLennan heads. Pereira heads it out clear. Paraskos Coombe and Kilmartin. For CASUARINA, it's Kilmartin that wins that aerial battle. And now Gordon Pereira trying to play a ball across for Raul Jacob. He takes it down in his stride. Gets away from Fitzmaurice, but his ball's wayward. Now it's Prifty being fronted by Edwards. And it's still Prifty. Eventually just spills out for Pinto. Now it's a ball played through for Simon Bell here. Simon Bell pushes Quinlan Tran off the ball, and eventually Bell runs out of real estate, and that's a goal kick. A goal kick. And it looks to be a substitution here. Dylan Vong's night, unfortunately, comes to an end. And his replacement is going to be Charles Aidu. Maybe substitution for the Rowdies, and we hope that Dylan's okay. He had some blood coming from the eye, so that's under control. Paraskos Coombe with Gordon Pereira. Nicely done from Paraskos Coombe. Pereira wins it though. Dinks it out for Mark Casemiro. Raul Jacob misses out. Charles Aidu, substitute now on the ball. Raul Jacob. Quinlan Tran. Robert Kilmartin gets past Scott. And now Robert Kilmartin on his left. Can he produce something extraordinary here? Still Robert Kilmartin. Dinks the ball in. Turner up in the air. No Rowdies nearby. Carpathios brings that down delightfully. Pinto. Ball for Prifty. And Fannin jumps well. McLennan rises well as well. Andrade will dink it out in front of Charles Aidu. And he can use his pace and steam forward. Tackled Raul Jacob. Play on, says the referee. Gordon Pereira looks to send it back out wide. Charles Aidu down in his stride. Tackled immediately though. Samson Mashamango. And Gordon Pereira slightly late on Pinto. And that earns a free kick for Hellenic. Pinto. Leave that for Alexander Turner. Last minute or so of regulation time. A very intense match played between these two sides. Very a rare error by either. And such is this competition when you are playing, or when two teams are playing at the summit of the table. Turner forward, headed by Pereira. Now Raul Jacob coming away. Robert Kilmartin leaves it for Mark Casemiro. Casemiro plays it back to Kilmartin and looking to thread through Raul Jacob. Ejeke back to his goalkeeper. And Kane McAdam. Alexander Turner. Samson Mashamango. Paraskos Coombe. Now it's Coombe, can thread a ball through for Bell here and take it away from Fannin. Still Simon Bell, back for Pinto. Pinto back out for Simon Bell, can get past Fannin. Nice intervention from Fannin, but it falls unkindly for the Rowdy to Pinto. Carpathios, Paraskos Coombe. Now it's Mashamango, tackled by Charles Aidu, but slightly late on the midfielder, so it will be a free kick for the Blues. And possibly an opportunity. We'll see who resides over this set piece. Standing over the ball, of course, Gordon Pereira, not allowing the Blues to snatch a late opportunity. Sneaking a bit of territory there, Jesse Pinto, cleverly done. Although referee Tim Lay forcing him back slightly. An opportunity nonetheless. Pinto, Coombe, who will this favour? Precision of Pinto or the strike of Coombe. Right-footed Pinto, the left-footed Coombe. We'll see who rises to this occasion. Stoppage time, sorry, regulation time has come to an end. It looks to be Paraskos Coombe with a strike over, and Adi Sajaya just sees that out to his near side. Harmless attempt there from Paraskos Coombe, although it's curling the right way, just not enough, and not enough whip on the ball to trouble the goalkeeper. Now McLennan. He looked to send the Rowdies forward. Scott heads just out to touch. Referee looks at his watch and assesses how long is left for his determination. Pinto in the meantime. Hellenic keen to get forward once more. Thrifty. There's an overlapping run from Mashamango. Naidu gets there. Nice contest between those two. Mashamango. Now it's Pinto. Dinking it over. Looking for Bell. Fannin heads. Ondred gets there ahead of Pinto. And now Gordon Pereira will be the Rowdies to end the half on the fly. Pereira short to Kilmartin. Kilmartin looking for Casemiro, but referee Tim Lay blows the whistle, and that brings us to the end of the first 45 minutes of this men's Premier League match between CASUARINA Football Club and Hellenic Athletic Club. No goals to show for in the opening 45. Both teams will have an opportunity for a breather. Both camps can strategize, and we'll see you shortly for the second half of action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of Men's Premier League action. Round 6, Match 3, live from Darwin Football Stadium. Nil-nil is the score on the North Crest scoreboard. And just the one substitution for Hellenic at half-time. The big number 9, Simon Bell, is brought off, and in is the dangerous and ever-present number 23, Matthew McNabb. Now Tran, forward for Aidu, and that comes harmlessly out for a throw into the Blues. Cleared up into the air, Scott heads forward. Leaping over a few is Quinlan Tran. Gordon Pereira heads. Aidu, Ashamango. And now a free kick to the Blues, and of course that man Matthew McNabb, who has entered the field, is tied for second on the goal chart, 6 goals to his name. A very dangerous man in front of goal, and another one of those. Andre Prifty nearly a shot on target, just came his way a little unawares. Scott heads forward. Paraskos Coombe and Quinlan Tran contest. Pereira forward now. Robert Kilmartin heads the way of Mark Casemiro, and he'll get past Fitzmaurice. It's Mark Casemiro cutting into the box here, and Raul Jacob couldn't quite get connection there. Tegara Jeke, the man, read that one best. Gordon Pereira wide to Edwards, and he can get forward on an overlapping run is Edwards, only finding Carpathios, but it will fortuitously fall back to the right back, Edwards. Now Mark Casemiro for Casuarina. Raul Jacob. Edwards with the cross, flicked on by Kilmartin. Ejeke clears for Mark Casemiro. George Carpathios to Prifty now, and the Blues can come away. And the Blues look to continue with urgency, but can't quite move Gordon Pereira out of the way so easily. The Blues required to bring the ball back. Of course, it's their free kick. Just after a moment, they'll get back underway. Free kick to Hellenic. Pinto short to Carpathios. Carpathios back for Turner. And Turner further wide to Keelan Scott. Low driven ball looking for Prifty. McLennan does well. Prifty gets away from a few and does well to earn the free kick. On the floor and almost out there, but Prifty spins away and draws the contact from McLennan. Free kick to the Blues. Now Pinto will play the ball into the box here. McLennan clears out. Raul Jacob. Pereira left for Charles Aidu. And now the youngster can utilize his pace. Heavy touch meant that Hellenic could bring that out. And Scott, falling a little over the ball, allows the Rowdies to come out with possession. Tran. Andre. Lofted ball over for Edwards, takes it in his stride. And he can play forward. Mark Casemiro gets away from Turner. Still Mark Casemiro looking to thread the needle for Robert Kilmartin. Casemiro still, referee says all ball. Paraskos Coombe brings that down. Challenge immediately by Quinlan Tran, needed to be precise, and it was. Andre, Gordon Pereira. Now Pereira wide, he's got Dean Edwards in space, and he can march past Fitzmaurice. It's Edwards with the delivery. Turner falls, Mark Casemiro, Raul Jacob, and Gordon Pereira's there. He'll fancy a strike. It's Pereira who plays it wide. Now Edwards is on the ball once more, and the offside flag is there to deny him. Almost an opportunity for Mark Casemiro just to lash the ball into the net and second-guessed himself slightly, and that was enough for that opportunity to come to an end. It's a match of seconds here. Split second wrong and your opportunity can come to an end. And there's another one of those split second runs by Matthew McNabb, just slightly late, and that's offside there. McLennan forward, Turner heads, and now it's Matthew McNabb, the substitute, look to impact this game, playing a ball for Andre Prifty. Now Samson Mashamango, space for the Blues here. Back out for Prifty, just a little behind him and wide. Andre Prifty, Paraskos Coombe heads it back, Matthew McNabb hits, and that's narrowly over the bar from Matthew McNabb. Would have been an instant impact from the substitute. And Paraskos Coombe headed that back very well, and Matthew McNabb lashing at that ball and just over the bar. Now Ali Sajaya kicks us forward. McNabb heads. Mashamango. Carpathios to Pinto. Mashamango weighs the ball for Coombe, and Coombe tried to get it to Pinto. Mark Casemiro can't quite pinch the ball off Carpathios. Carpathios plays it to McNabb. McNabb thought about it for a moment, and that was a moment too long. Fannin forward. Pereira. Fitzmaurice getting forward. Now it's Mashamango. Back to Carpathios. Nice ball for Prifty. Looked to bounce away from Fannin, not quite working there. And Casemiro goes to ground, drawing the contact from Fitzmaurice. So Casuarina free kick inside their own half. Just left a foot in there was Fitzmaurice on Casemiro. Carpathios heads down for Pinto. Pinto, a ball that forces Scott just to retreat slightly. Tran. Now it's Aidu. Charles Aidu looking for an option, and Raul Jakub's presented one. In comes Raul Jakub with Alex Turner for company. Plays it back for Kilmartin. Kilmartin to Aidu again, and Aidu just lets the ball pass him, and Ajeke allows to marshal it back to the goalkeeper. Pinto back near his own box doing some defending here. A ball out in front for Coombe. Scott, Prifty, McNabb. And now it's a running race, one of which Terry Fannin wins this time. Heads it back to Adi Sajaya, and he'll hoof forward into the open space for Edwards to pounce on. Gets there ahead of McNabb. Still Edwards. Fantastic work done from Dean Edwards. Cross into the box here, and Kilmartin looks to get there and provide a deft touch, but Ajeke just did enough to get in between him and the goalkeeper. And now forward by Turner. Prifty. Back for Carpathios. Now McNabb. Cuts inside McNabb. Edwards picks his pocket, and out come the Rowdies. Pereira, Andrade. Jordan Andrade. Now it's Mark Casemiro. Back across to Jacob Andrade. Nice ball from Jacob Andrade, finds Edwards in space, and Edwards comes to Raul Jakub. Gets past his man and continues his run. Fitzmaurice doing defensive duties, and so is Matthew McNabb well inside his defensive half. Clears it forward for Prifty. So he takes it down ahead of Fannin. And in comes Andre Prifty. Looks to get away from Fannin, but Fannin doing some due diligence and defense. Plays it out into touch. Hellenic throw. Thrifty throws. And foul throw against Andre Thrifty. So CASUARINA will have this throw. Foot slightly off the ground, his back foot. McNabb kicks back. Karpathios and Raul Jakob. And it's a foul against Raul Jakob. Pinto to Mashamango. Now Keelan Scott. Looking for a switch ball. McLennan heads out. Gordon Pereira's there. Will allow it to come back to his goalkeeper, and he plays it wide. Adu looking for the header. Didn't quite get there. Scott onto Coombe. Coombe to Pinto, looking to thread Coombe back through. Now it's Karpathios. Short to Thrifty and look to provide Coombe on the overlap, but out by the Rowdies. Pinto, good cross in from Jesse Pinto. A few men there. Nadi Sajaya just brings that once again in his stride, down to ground, safety first. Rolls it out for Pereira. Now it's come out here for Jacob Andrade. And an overlapping run here by Charles Adu. Back to Andrade. Gordon Pereira, the Rowdy skipper. Just over 10 minutes played in the second half. No goals yet on the North Crest scoreboard. In comes Dean Edwards. Nice ball forward for Mark Casemiro. Alexander Turner just gets there ahead of the striker. Matthew McNabb turns away and looks for an option. Thrifty presents. Now into space. In comes Fitzmaurice. Looking to play through McNabb, and slightly too far ahead was the run. Offside, the call. The Rowdies can come out of defensive via this offside set piece. McLennan drives down, and Kilmartin almost just let that come straight through, hoping for a advancing run by Mark Casemiro, but didn't come that time. Alexander Turner goes to Scott, and Scott gives away the ball. Adu, Robert Kilmartin has a shot himself, and deflected there by Turner, and he's done some damage here, Kilmartin, upon the strike of that shot. Immediately as he struck that ball, he signaled to the technical area that he was not okay. Back to his feet, and that heavily strapped knee of Robert Kilmartin. Being helped off the field. Great sportsmanship there from Matthew McNabb to help his opposing number on the pitch tonight. Of course, very tight-knit football Northern Territory community. Everyone is just as good of friends off the field, and so Matthew McNabb won't like to see one of his friends in worse ways. And that's the end of the night for Robert Kilmartin. His replacement is going to be number 2. That's Ryan Newell. And we were lucky to get 60 minutes or so of Robert Kilmartin. We hope he is okay and that knee issue is not a prolonged one. Hellenic now, sportsman-like thing, and just giving the ball back to CASUARINA, and they'll go all the way back to their goalkeeper. Signals the phase of that. So play on now. Andre to Raul Jakob. Back with Andre. Tran to Raul Jakob. An attacker down, but they've got now impetus to attack. Charles Adu using his pace to get away from Ajeke, but Ajeke just marshalling his man. Raul Jakob looking to keep this one in. Does so. Raul Jakob still dangerous for Hellenic, and Raul Jakob, nice skill. Raul Jakob over the bar. Struck that slightly with too much power. Fantastic skill here from Raul Jakob. Look at this for your highlights reel. Through the legs of Ajeke, and his strike just over the bar. McAdam with the goal kick, ricocheting off Edwards and Pereira. Stays with the Rowdies. Now it's Neil, substitute. And Prifty just sees that one out of play. CASUARINA throw. Edwards throws in. Flicked on by Neil. And to the advantage of Hellenic, but ricochet, and McNabb's come out with the ball. Here comes Matthew McNabb bursting away with pace. Andre gets there as well. Almost outrunning himself, Matthew McNabb. Just too much pace on his acceleration. Not quite the time to give off for a teammate. Edwards, McLennan, and Newell trying to flick it on. She comes out to Carpathios. McAdam. Turner. Nice ball into the midfield. Mashamango's got space, but Aidu's got pace. Mashamango enough time to assess an option. It's Matthew McNabb, but Ryan Newell getting back beautifully to bring an end to that attack. Gordon Pereira trying to play out in open acres, but doesn't quite find his teammate. Newell back. Edwards. Charles Aidu. And that one ball slightly too wide for Raul Jakob. Won't quite be an option for him. Now it's Pinto. It's Jesse Pinto still on the ball. Coming back inside, he's got Mashamango, takes the touch and goes back out wide for Jesse Pinto. Cross, gets a dink on the way through, and it's fallen here for Hellenic, and it's Matthew McNabb with a strike. Fantastic save. Still on for the Blues, and wonderful second attempt and recovery from Rolly Adisajaya, the goalkeeper for CASUARINA. The shot there from McNabb needed to be up again to eventually bring the ball into his grasp. He stayed to ground. We hope he's okay. Quinlan Tran also staying on the ground. Two Rowdies players in some discomfort. We hope that Adisajaya is okay. He looks to be getting back to his feet all right. So we caught an impact there. Quinlan Tran looks for worse for wear though. And of course we can thank Ward Keller. They are your territory law firm. You can reach them on 1-800-978-360, 1-800-978-360. And North Crest, join their growing community. House and Land Display Centre on Reuben Avenue in Berrima. Open 7 days a week. Go in and see them today. Or rather, in this case, tomorrow. Fantastic double save only moments ago from Adisajaya. Thrown short. Comes to Jacob Andrade. Raul Jakob. Raul Jakob with a nice horizontal switch, but not quite working out there, and substitution can now enter the field. It's going to be number 15 for Casuarina, and that is, of course, Ronnie Newton-Aragon. He'll be coming on in place of Quinlan Tran, and coming on for Hellenic is going to be number 8, that is Nicholas Stefanidakis. And he'll be replacing number 16, that's Paraskos Kum. Thrown in by Fitzmaurice. Now it's George Karpathios. Stefanidakis. Scott Ajeke. Brifty. Stefanidakis, the substitute, getting involved immediately. Playing a ball out wide, looking for Pinto, but Edwards is there. Back to his goalkeeper. Taking a ball out for Newell. Charles Adu. Newell back out for Adu. Now Charles Adu can take the ball down the wing here. Ryan Newell. Jakob nicely dinked over, not quite into the direction that it would have favoured a Casuarina player. Now Hellenic come out with the ball. Fitzmaurice. Matthew McNabb. Still Matthew McNabb. Newell. Pereira. Now Gordon Pereira. Couple rides the challenge of a few. And it will be a Hellenic throw. Fitzmaurice for Karpathios. Now Ajeke. Long ball for Mashamango. Controls it in his stride. He's got Ronnie Newton-Aragon with him. Fannin off Andrade, and will be a foul there against Stefanidakis, and looks to be Ral Jakob that drew the contact. Or a drop ball, as indicated by referee Tim Lay. Dropped in front of the Blues so they can continue this attack. It's come out for Fitzmaurice. Still Alex Fitzmaurice. Now Tega Ajeke. Jesse Pinto. And now an attacking run here. Mashamango's in space, playing the cross, but just out of play, and that's nothing but a goal kick. McLennan down the line, looking for Adu. And he finds Alex Turner. Heavy touch, but the defender can keep it here. Mark Casemiro, opportunity for the Rowdies. It's still Mark Casemiro. Cuts across for Charles Adu, having the shot, and it's in! Casuarina with the opener. They strike first blood, and it's Charles Adu scoring the goal, and that puts Casuarina in front. A nice run from Mark Casemiro, and he cuts it back to Charles Adu, and that's a goal for Casuarina. And the substitute, Charles Adu, makes his impact, and a name that we're very familiar with. Mark Casemiro goes from goal scorer to assister. And finished off very well from Charles Adu. Approaching the 70th minute mark here. And Casuarina have the advantage. Mashamango. Karpathios. Given away to Mark Casemiro. Plays it back to Ryan Newell. Gordon Pereira. Dean Edwards. They can continue this attack and continue the momentum here, the Rowdies. now it's Adu. Goes forward, Jeke. Now it's Edwards. And comes off the Hellenic man, and so possession will remain with the Rowdies. Instead, that now trickles over the line for a goal kick. So, okay, McAdam grateful for that. And JK now goes forward is Turner. Stefanodakis back to Garpathios. Garpathios lays it wide for Fitzmaurice. Garpathios further wide, will be picked off here by Raul Jacob. And now Raul Jacob keen to get into this one, loses the ball this time. Pinto laying a ball out in front of McNabb, but offside flag was there nonetheless. And so CASUARINA, if they are to remain in the lead here, they will go top of the table, 1 point ahead of Hellenic. Will give Hellenic their first defeat of the season, and CASUARINA to remain undefeated in all competitions. Substitution here for Hellenic, and it's going to be Samson Mashamango coming off the field. He'll be replaced by Manoli Jalouris. Now it's Newell, dispossessed by Fitzmaurice. And now Prifty in space, having a strike to no avail. Goal kick. In no particular rush of the Rowdies to get us back underway. They are holding a 1-goal lead as we head into the last 20 minutes of regulation time. Braden McLennan to assume goal kick duties. And forward he goes. Headed on by Newell and Fitzmaurice. Nice battle between those two. And now Fitzmaurice, just unluckily done. Out for a Rowdies throw. Thrown into some space. Alexander Turner able to clear that up in the air. Pereira kicks forward. Newell heads it on. Adu brings it under his control and tries to get away from a few. Jesse Pinto away from Adu. Matthew McNabb. He'll need to rise in his last moments to inspire his side forward, Matthew McNabb. Certainly not a stranger to a late goal. Ronnie Newton-Arrogant heads. He comes to Jacob Andrade. Now it's Terry Fannin. Ryan Newell. And Ryan Newell finding Dean Edwards in some space here, and Edwards can come down, storming down the line to get past Fitzmaurice and keep it in. Fitzmaurice, though, will win the war, and now it's Pinto coming away with the ball, and Matthew McNabb. McLennan. Now it's Gordon Pereira. Straight down the line for Charles Adu. Looking to thread a pass through for Mark Casemiro, just not quite working out there. Andre Prifty. And now it's Keelan Scott. And Prifty forward. To no avail, unfortunately. And that will roll out harmlessly. CASUARINA throw. Edwards throws in, headed up by McNabb. Jesse Pinto. Kane McAdam. Now it's Tega Ajeke. Nice work there from Manoli Jaluris. Trying to throw through Matthew McNabb, and it's Matthew McNabb in on goal here. McNabb, fantastic save. And it's again wide from Stephanodakis. Two opportunities there for Hellenic. First here on the replay, Matthew McNabb having the shot, saved it on the post, and then Stephanodakis with the follow-up attempt. Just wide. Golden opportunity for the Blues to restore parity here. But unfortunately, it was not to be. Fantastic save there from the Casuarina goalkeeper, Rolly Adi Sajaya. And now it's McLennan for Casuarina. Dean Edwards, Newell, Gordon Pereira, Raul Jacob. Now Edwards, Casuarina storming forward in numbers. Edwards with the ball in, headed out by Ajeke. It's Raul Jacob striking, and Raul Jacob just slightly off target. And goal kick. Tega Ajeke going forward, finding Manoli Jaluris, looking to play that onto his teammate in Prifty. Not quite working out. The Rowdies can come the other way. Raul Jacob, Charles Adu gets away from Pinto, drops the shoulder and gets away from the Hellenic number 10. And now it's Mark Casemiro, can run at Turner here. A duel we've seen for the years. Mark Casemiro coming in on goal, and it's a tackle. Got the ball there was Alexander Turner, enough to guide it out for a corner. Great challenge there from the defender, showing his experience to bring that attack to an end. Corner kick here. In comes the ball, looking for a teammate. Ajeke heads up into the air. Thought about the swing there was Newell. Jacob Andrade. Ryan Newell. Wide for Jacob Andrade. Now it's Charles Adu with the cross. Back post is Raul Jacob, receives it. Comes in ahead of Pinto. Raul Jacob cuts in again. Almost there, Raul Jacob. He's frustrated with himself. And Gordon Pereira just calmly there for the Rowdies. Plays it out in front of Edwards. Back for Gordon Pereira. Nice ball across from Pereira. Finds Jacob Andrade, but Andrade not a teammate there to support. Scott to Pinto. And Pinto looking to find McNabb. The ball bounced fortuitously for the winger. McNabb heads forward. In comes Matthew McNabb. McLennan gets across to deny that channel, and the ball goes in from McNabb. Prifty's back post here. He'll take it down and look to cut inside. He does so on his left. Prifty, the shot. Oh, and it's off the bar and cleared out eventually. Some hard-in-hand moments there for the Casuarina defence. Here's the shot from Prifty. Kicked onto the bar by Edwards, and nearly Jaluris forcing the issue, and Casuarina escape once again. Frustrations must be mounting for the Blues camp, and opportunities to certainly get back in front, or at least return the scores level. Certainly enough chances to be in front. Prifty with a cross. There is a header. Fantastically timed header from Jesse Pinto, and fantastically executed save from Rolly Adisajaya. Calling this man's name very frequently this evening. He's certainly shown himself to be a worthy contributor, certainly to challenge Dion Hill for top spot as a goalkeeper at the Casuarina Football Club. Given away And equally given away from Jaluris. Frustrations here heard in the stadium. Cheap possession given away. And equally done so. Kane McAdam now coming out for Hellenic. Fitzmaurice, Carpathios. Tackled by Pereira, just a bit too much force used there. Ball played forward, Matthew McNabb. Cuts back inside, Matthew McNabb on his right, has a shot, and straight into his teammate, Manoli Jaluris. Substitution here for both sides. It's going to be number 17 for CASUARINA coming onto the field. That's James Vong. Of course, his brother Dylan Vong substituted earlier in this game. And Keelan Scott's night comes to an end. He is substituted. And on in his place is number 3, Vincent Giampa. Now Charles Adu trying to get forward. Can't quite do so. Ryan Newell playing it back there. So the CASUARINA player to be substituted was number 12, Terry Fannin. Ryan Newell against Fitzmaurice. It's still Ryan Newell. And a foul against CASUARINA. And Hellenic get things underway. Stephanodakis, Edwards gets there. Vong tackles in ahead of Carpathios. Stephanodakis wide for Pinto. Pinto looking for a long ball. And that'll bounce delightfully for Adi Sajaya. One of the easier saves he's had to make this evening. Forward now, the goalkeeper goes. And now Turner comes forward. Vong wide here for Raul Jacob. Less than 8 minutes of regulation time to go here at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. In this week and this evening, what's being known as the Northern Territory's Road Safety Round. Of course, raising awareness for road safety, not only in the Northern Territory, but across Australia. Here comes Jesse Pinto. Ball in front for Matthew McNabb, cuts back inside. Strong strength shown by both players. McNabb leaves it behind. Pinto's there. He can have a strike, and Adesajaya makes the save gratefully in his grasp. And here on the replay, we can see McNabb not quite the opportunity, but Pinto certainly had a great pop at the shot and saved gratefully there by Sajaya. Charles Adu, goal scorer, of course. Plays it to Raul Jacob. CASUARINA can sense more here. Poor ball. Jumper. And Jumper again. Play a long ball forward, looking for Matthew McNabb. Takes it in his stride. Jaluris. Gordon Pereira is there. And now can come away with the ball. Ronnie Newton-Arrigan. And tackled by Prifty. CASUARINA throw. Now it's Mike Casemiro. Nicholas Stephanodakis. Can't quite get through Gordon Pereira. Dean Edwards. Edwards for CASUARINA. Lofts it over for Ryan Newell. Nice cross into the box. Ajeke heads out. It's the advantage of Hellenic's Pinto. Nice tackle though from Ryan Newell, and a foul picked up by referee Tim Lay. And the yellow card will be shown to Charles Adu, trying to knock the ball back. Centre half Tegero Ajeke signaled to the coach himself that he'll be sending himself forward for the remaining minutes. Of course, formerly plying his trade in Newcastle in New South Wales as a striker. And forward played by Pinto, looking for Manoli Jaluris, takes it down in his stride, and fantastic last-ditch challenge from Braden McLennan. inch perfect tackle there to deny what would have been a shot at goal from Manoli Jalouris. About to strike with his right, and McLennan with a perfect intervention to bring that passage to an end. If the Rowdies are to win this match, it certainly won't be a no thanks to their defense. They've been absolutely exhilarating tonight. And now it's Raul Jacob, space to attack. Plays it out in front of Mark Casemiro. Can get away from jumper here. Mark Casemiro coming into the box. Danger signs for Hellenic. And now it's Mark Casemiro adds the second, and he assists Raul Jacob. Doubles the lead for CASUARINA. And that should surely add some comfort to the result. Mark Casemiro, his second assist this evening. And team-like play, and he is put through Raul Jacob, who inflicts further pain onto the scoreboard. And now, that's the second goal of the match. And the North Crest scoreboard reads CASUARINA Football Club 2, Hellenic Athletic Club 0. And he's very happy with that one, Raul Jacob. Be another substitution here for Hellenic Athletic Club. Coming off the pitch here, and not to a lack of effort, is Alex Fitzmaurice. And coming onto the field for Hellenic is number 17, that's Mario Camero. Slightly more attacking option. Receives the ball immediately. Stefanidakis looks to get forward for his side. Matthew McNabb needs to be perfect here on from Hellenic. And now comes Matthew McNabb forward for Stefanidakis. Charles Adu doing some good defending there. And now it's Ryan Newell. Raul Jacobs in the center if he can find him. And plays it off Camero, and that'll be a throw-in for the Rowdies. Forward for Newell. Tackled by the Blues. It will be a CASUARINA throw again. Headed out, and again a CASUARINA throw. Edwards forward. Casemiro. Slight tackle on the player, and it will be a CASUARINA free kick also. As we skip past the 88th minute on the North Crest scoreboard. It is a 2-0 advantage in favour of CASUARINA. They've certainly turned it on in this second half. Against the passage of play often, but it's the scoreboard that counts at the end of the day. Raul Jacob, forward. Thrifty challenging, Camero also. Charles Adu. Ryan Newell. Challenge there, and that's a strong challenge there from jumper. Dangerous challenge there from jumper, and earns a caution for that. Only been on for a few minutes, the defender, but that was a challenge that could have caused further damage. Of CASUARINA players, my apologies, over this free kick, but they quickly desert the waters and let it go for Raul Jacob. Referee Tim Lay blows his whistle. Raul Jacob over this set piece. In comes Raul Jacob with a strike, and Suddenly a little too much perch underneath the ball, and that goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. As we come to an end of the 90 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard of regulation, there is 3 additional minutes from now. 3 minutes left for Hellenic to try and possibly salvage a point, although CASUARINA are in no particular hurry to resume the match. Just walking over to receive the ball, and he throws it in. Now it's Adu. Gets past a few and still goes Charles Adu coming into the box here. Charles Adu playing it for Casemiro, and that save by McAdam means it's out for a corner kick. And a corner kick for CASUARINA here. In comes the corner from Raul Jacob. Beats all comers. Turner's there at the back post. Looking for McNabb. Ends up finding the winger. Andrade with the winger. Trying to get McNabb under pressure. Mark Casemiro wins it. And Mark Casemiro plays in front of Raul Jacob. It's Raul Jacob. And he tucks it away. Adds a third. And it's a hat-trick of assists for Mark Casemiro, and it's a double for Raul Jacob. And that tops off a perfect performance for the Rowdies, adding further pain. And CASUARINA at a 3rd goal this evening. Certainly, this was not predicted pre-game, and they've definitely been a threat this evening. And just as quickly as it was 0-0, that is now 3-0 in favor of CASUARINA. Hellenic, of course, opportunities themselves to have won this game, but it's CASUARINA who have gilt-edged, taken their chances when they've come. And they're the ones that will take home 3 points this evening. Cross comes in, and Asa Jaya unimpeded and gets that one easily for his side. Comes down to save that one, and will chew up the remaining clock that you'd think remains. Stefanidakis to Alexander Turner. Forward for Jesse Pinto. There's not long left at all in this one. Now Camara, Stefanidakis, cross for Jumper. Stefanidakis looking to get forward. Ajeke making an attacking run. Edwards clears. And that is the end of proceedings. CASUARINA Football Club victors this evening, 3-0, courtesy of a Raul Jacob double and a singular goal for Charles Adu. And it has been a complete performance from the Rowdies. Clean sheet this evening, and 3 goals on the scoreboard. Defeat Hellenic, and that is their first defeat in league competitions. Hellenic, they've been knocked out of the Australia Cup and now suffer their first defeat of the season. CASUARINA, of course, undefeated in the semi-final of the Australia Cup, and now head to the top of the table after a comprehensive victory against Hellenic. And of course, both sides are in action next week. CASUARINA will be playing University of Zurich next Saturday, the 4th of June at 4 p.m. and Hellenic playing Port Darwin at 8 p.m. on the same day. We hope you've enjoyed this evening's coverage. My name is George Scufeza, signing off for what has been road safety round of the Men's Premier League and Women's Premier League. Have an enjoyable and safe weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.